Good morning, Madison STEAM Academy. Happy Friday, May 31st, 2024. Today is our last day of school. Oh, it's such a sad but also very exciting time in the year. Please stand and face the flag. Put your right hand over your heart for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now the Madison Pledge. I pledge today to do my best in reading, math, and all the rest. I promise to act respectfully and responsibly in my classroom, school, and community. What's on lunch menu today? We are having a classic cheese pizza with a garlic breadstick, or you can have the wild butter and jelly sandwich fun lunch. All of that comes with green beans, bananas with cinnamon and sugar, a fresh apple, fresh grape tomatoes, and carrot and celery sticks. We have some birthdays today. Peter Parker and Brett Scott. Hope you guys have a great birthday. And for all of the rest of the year, June, July, and some of the early August birthdays, hope you guys have a great summer birthday. Today's weather, sunny along with a few afternoon clouds, high is 78 degrees, winds south-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, we only have two more shout-outs to end our school year. From Mrs. Dinklow to Bryson Watford for moving up to a C book on EOY, great job. And my class for reaching or exceeding your typical stretch goals in iReady reading and math. That is from a kindergarten class. I'm not sure which one, but great work. All right. Throwback Thursday. I'm not sure if anybody guessed it, but Throwback Thursday this week was Mrs. Alexander. So if you guessed Mrs. Alexander, you are correct. I know all of you know who that is. So when you see her, tell her that you saw her as a baby on announcements. All right. Employee of the week this week is Miss Walker. Third grade. Thank you for never giving up on your students, their challenges that they bring, and always showing up for them every day. We appreciate you. Thank you, Miss Walker. All right. Holiday of the day today is National Smile Day. How appropriate. I'm sure that everyone here at Madison is all smiles today on our last day of school this year. If you want to stick around, there is a read aloud for the last day of school. It's really funny. I actually watched it the other day and it made me smile. So on National Smile Day, I can't wait to see all of your smiles. And we hope you have a safe and fun summer. Fifth graders, good luck in the future. And everyone else, we'll see you back here next year. All right, stay steamy.
Last Day Blues by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love.
Let's get started.
Last Day Blues by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love. On the Monday morning before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. I'm going to miss all of you, she said. The kids nodded in agreement.
I'm gonna miss my friends,
said Shannon.
I'm gonna miss Daisy,
said Dan.
I'm gonna miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch,
said Joe. Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school. Even Daisy.
Oh,
Man.
last days are so hard.
Yeah, they're tough.
Yeah, saying goodbye, everyone's sad. I mean, even the snake's sad.
Yeah, the snake with its cold, cold heart and its venomous fangs. It's, even that,
Do you not like snakes, Greg?
Why would you say that? I love snakes.
Okay.
That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. Mrs. Hartwell says she's going to miss us, said Alexandra, swinging from a bar.
We should get a present to cheer her up,
said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. But what could they get her? I could give her the rest of my sandwich as my mom's bologna special, said Josh. Or a coffee cup. Or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads. The students thought and thought, but couldn't come up with one single idea that they all agreed on.
We'll think of something tomorrow.
Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. Number one, teach.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Procrastinate.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's Monday. You don't have to worry about it till Friday.
Yeah, you got tons of time.
Enjoy the last week of school.
Yeah, go feed the snake.
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
No, it's great. I love snakes.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Their scaly skin and eyes that are like, ugh. I love them.
Okay.
On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. I'm going to miss circle time, said Mrs. Hartwell.
I'm gonna miss science,
said Emily. I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science, said Jack, giggling. And so before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun.
We definitely need to cheer Mrs. Hartwell up,
said Andy during recess as he jumped out of a swing.
Any ideas about a present?
Eddie asked.
No!
They all answered back. Don't worry about it.
It's only Tuesday.
You've got plenty of time.
So much time.
Swing away.
Feed the snake again.
No. Okay.
It needs to eat every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
Gosh, they have a ravenous appetite. They can just like devour everything. Oh, I like them.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You can just admit
Let's
it.
talk.
You don't
Let's
like
just
snakes.
not talk about snakes. I like them so much. I don't want to talk about them right now anymore, ever.
You sure you like it?
I love them.
Okay.
On the Wednesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super duper sugar cookies with extra frosting,
I'm gonna miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool.
said Jack.
I'm gonna miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and seek outside after dinner.
Said Alexandra. I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation, said Josh. The class discussed their summer plans and drowned their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. I'm going fishing.
I'm going to the beach. Egypt.
Milk?
I don't know whether to be happy or sad today.
Andy said the minute they all arrived at the jungle gym. Mrs. Hartwell is sad, said Olivia. She probably doesn't want the year to end,
While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plans.
said Walker. Lesson plan.
And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year.
Said Dan. And that's when an idea zipped, zapped, and zinged through Eddie's brain.
I know exactly what will cheer her up.
Eddie said, jumping down from the jungle gym. The class agreed it was perfect. Maybe it's like a cool necklace or something.
Maybe it's like a homemade cake.
Maybe it's like a fun pair of shoes.
I bet it's a second pet snake.
No,
What?
no. We should go with the cake thing you said first. It's
No,
way
because
better.
she needs more company, so a second snake.
It's too much fun. Can't have it. Can't do it.
Do you not like snakes?
I love snakes.
If you don't like them, you can just say.
Nope. You sounded like a snake, which I loved. Just, it gets me too excited.
Okay.
On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts.
We need some privacy, please.
He said. And so Mrs. Hartwell took down bulletin boards with her back to the class. She never even peeked. Well, only once. On the morning of the Friday that was the last day of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. They fed Daisy for the very last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. The last day of school makes us so blue.
We'll miss recess and pizza and reading, too.
We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendship true.
Snack time and science and learning new.
We'll miss spelling bees for our test review.
And groundhogs that play peekaboo.
The year's been great, a big wahoo!
Or so many things to miss. It's true.
But mostly what we'll miss is you.
That was so nice.
Yeah, there's nothing better than a personal message to someone, you know?
Yeah, and I love that Daisy got a little mention, too.
Yep.
I don't think you like snakes.
I love snakes.
I don't think you...
So I was just thinking about how much I love them, and it gave me a shiver up my spine. Later on during recess, Eddie said,
I think Mrs. Hartwell likes her present.
I just hope it helps, Margaret said.
Poor Mrs. Hartwell.
They all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye.
Teachers must hate the last day of school.
And then it was time. The bell rang.
Goodbye!
The students called as they rushed out the door. Goodbye, Mrs. Hartwell called after them. And then she returned to her empty classroom. It's just you and me, Daisy, she said. I'm sure going to miss them this summer. But I can't wait for vacation. Teachers love vacations too.
They go on lakes and rendezvous.
They sleep in hammocks, it's true. 'Cause teachers love vacations too. Teachers love vacations too.
And Daisy,
Nope. Ugh.
do you have something to say?
Yeah. I hate Last Day Blues by Julie Danneberg, illustrated by Judy Love.